Hey everyone, Jessica Strange here. I wanted to show you yet another card that we made at my July card class. We always make 4 every single month. So if you're in the Dallas Glen Heights area, you should totally come to my class. It's lots of fun. Anyway, so here's the card that we made at my class. This is the last one. And it's using our pretty new powdered pink and the faceted gems in clear. And using the stamp set Just Add Text. This one is really great if you have some nice background and you just need some pretty sentiments to put on there. This one's great for that. There are 6 different sentiments, and we're using no, not that one. Next time you think of wonderful things, don't forget to count yourself. I thought about using that one, but I didn't know if it was going to end up being too many flowers, so we went with this sentiment. But if you get this stamp set, definitely try it on that card. It looks gorgeous. So the first thing we did was we have our cardstock, and it is cut to be the same size as the folded base. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we stamped with powder pink. One of our new in colors. It's just this gorgeous pink. Before I stamped it, what I did was I laid this other piece of cardstock, this powder pink, on the top of it to kind of give me an idea of how much cardstock I have to stamp inside of. So after figuring that out, I used the space there to see how much space I had left around it. There you go. Now that I knew how much space I had left, I used the extra space down here to stamp 2 of my 3 flowers. So we got 1, and you'll notice that my stamp is marked with top. That way it's always pointing up and it lines up perfectly with my punch. So it's always right as long as I do it top up. All right, and that one, it stamped a little funny, but it's okay. And then I had a bit of a scrap to use to do the last one. Right like that. Slide that back out of the way. So that's kind of all of the actual stamping we're going to do. We're going to do sentiment, 3 flowers, and the stamping part's done. The rest of it's all adding texture and punching. So we're going to punch these flowers out right there. What's great about cutting directly from part of the cardstock that you're using on your card is that then you're not using up a bunch of cardstock that you could use for something else. You're using kind of what I call dead space, empty space. You're not going to be using it for anything, and it's going to be completely covered up. So using it for your stamping is a very good idea. So we have that done here. And next on the agenda is to emboss our powder pink. So we are going to use the new Ruffles Dynamic Texture Embossing Folder. What's cool about this one is it really does have some really cool texture and dimension to it. It has these beautiful ruffles. And one thing I noticed when I was making this is the best way to use it is upside down. When you're done using it, the ruffles actually look right when you have it this way. So I would suggest lining up the bottom of your cardstock with the bottom of a ruffle line. You can kind of see where they are. Get it kind of lined up there, because when it's done, it will look like actual ruffles on a skirt or drapes or bed skirt, something like that. So you need only your platform, the regular one, your embossing folder. Make sure you always put the fold in first, and 1 embossing or 1 cutting plate. You do not need 2 of these with this embossing folder because it's very, very thick. We're going to run it through. And you'll have to forgive me, I can't talk today. My mouth is all a jumble. So, bear with me. All right, so let's see what we have here. There it is. And like I said, we use it upside down, so now we're going to turn it this way. And it looks like our ruffles are falling down. See how this way it kind of looks like they were trying to fall up. But now have those little lines along the bottom. So we have this now. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back using some snail. So a bit in the corners is all you need. I'm going to put a little bit toward the center too, just to make sure it stays flat. Make sure you have it turned the right way. Line it up with our edges here. There. And now we're going to use some of the powder pink finely woven ribbon. This stuff's gorgeous, y'all. Has such a nice, smooth surface to it. And I'm going to leave just a little bit extra to wrap around the back of my card. You never need to tie all the way around from the back to the front and have this little knot or bow. Flip it over, put some adhesive along the sides. Again, your snail or fast fuse is perfect for this. Line it up with the edge here. Oops, sorry. I'm having to stand next to my video setup, so it's feeling a little funny. Okay. Oops, I didn't get that one quite straight. There. There it is. So now that I have this part done, I'm going to go ahead and put this onto my card base. So I'm going to lay that there out of the way. And we're going to fold this in half. This is a good time to get your bone folder out. Just word to the wise. Okay, now I want my fold at the top, so make sure I pay attention there. A little bit of adhesive where? That's right, in the corners. Okay, and I do put a little bit extra right on the ends of the ribbon just so they can't try to pull out. That's a great little tip. Just stick a little bit on the corner. Now if you're really good at, stamping straight the first time, you don't have to add this extra vanilla layer. I am not. So I always add that extra layer just to put it over the front of my card base. And there's that. Now we're going to put our flowers on. We're going to do 2 just flat. And we're going to stick this one kind of up here. And then another one that's just flat with some snail. Kind of bring that one over a little bit. And this last flower is going to go on with a dimensional. Kind of just set him over here. Now for the clear faceted gems, we're going to use a large one. And I put that one in the center. Oops, in the center. There we go. A medium one. Which these are actually big enough that you can pick them up without having to use your paper piercer. But if it's a lot easier for you to pick them up with your paper piercer and place them in the center of your flowers, by all means, definitely do that. So there it is. It has a bit of the bling from the faceted gems, some beautiful pink, and just this really nice sentiment. I mean, we like the people that we know and we are friends with, so it's nice to send them a little card to remind them that they are wonderful too. Well, here it is. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. Be sure to share it with others so they can see this cute pink card too. Thanks so much and happy stamping. Bye.